Thanks for joining us on the show Sports Update on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Aji Shafe. It's time to take you around the world of sport. We'll give you those updates. What is happening? Just a moment. We look at stories trending. Starting from the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Under 20, they will be in camp ahead of the friendlies. They will be playing against Egypt before they will be playing in the competition that will be coming. That has to be with 2025 edition of that particular games. Cote d'Ivoire 2025, Coach Zubairu invites 30 Flying Eagles for Egypt friendlies. We'll be playing against Egypt twice. It's going to be friendlies. I'll be playing over there in Egypt before the competition will be started properly. That's Cote d'Ivoire 2025 for the under 20 AFCON. Well, as it is right now, we know that game will be coming up from 28th of April to 18th of May. That should be the competition that will be coming up in Cote d'Ivoire. But before the competition, Nigeria will be facing Egypt twice in their own, that's their own stadium there in Egypt. For those games, Coach Zubairu Aliyu actually invited 30 players to come. Let's have the list of those players that have been invited for this particular competition there, or rather friendly. Goalkeepers, you have Ifeanyi Harcourt of Sporting Lagos, Light Emerinoye of Diamond Academy, Abubakar Rufai of Marvelon FC, defenders, Adamu Megari, El Kanemi Warriors, Daniel Bamiyo of Bayelsa United, Kenneth Igbokwe of Enugu Rangers, Haruna Aliyu, Wiki Torres of Bauchi, Musa Ademu, Wireless FC, Samsudin Muhammad, Marvelon FC, Ibrahim Abdullahi, Samsudin Ishak, and you have that's of Grasona FC, Stephen Jolomi of Marvelon FC. Midfielders, Rafael Oyebanji of Shuffle Select FC, Mohamed Ibrahim, Niger Tornadoes, Kizito Okpara, Campus Academy, Alabi Sulaiman Jojo, El Kanemi Warriors, Sulaiman Abubakar of Diamond Academy, and Shafiu Adamu of Wiki Torres of Bauchi, and Cletus Simon of Marvelon FC. While the forwards are Bidemi Amole, Rhea Sapphire Academy, Clinton Jaffet of Eyimba FC, Matthew Shukuza, that's Murak Academy, Nasiru Saliu, El Kanemi Warriors, Divine Olisha, that's Foster Academy, and you have Jerry Salami, Aspire Academy, Oluwashi Akifenwa of Rhea Sapphire, Shola Adelami of Ikorodu City, Abdurrahman Ishak of Sports Supply Academy, Ezekiel Anthony also of Aspire, and you have Sodiq Olalekon Adewumi of Jaguar Sport Football Club. These are the 30 players that have been invited to camp by Coach Aliyu Zubairu for them to prosecute the friendly games that will be playing against Egypt. By the time they at least be together, we'll be able to get the best out of the best of these particular 30 players that have been called by Coach Aliyu Zubairu before the competition begins. And these 30 players now will be able to prosecute those that particular Cote d'Ivoire 2025 that we're expecting them to also scoop. At least Nigerians are believing that the Flying Eagles will do us proud in this competition. Well, that's a list of the Flying Eagles invited to camp by Coach Aliyu Zubairu. Well, from that particular story, let's cross over and talk about women football. And this time around, we give you updates concerning the match day 4. That's NWFL match day 4 player of the week that the coach, rather the NWFL organizer, deemed fit enough to be awarded player of the week award for what they did where they were playing the match day 4 of the Nigerian Women Football League. And if you look at the goalkeeper, you have Adrenaline Mbechi, that's the goalkeeper standing there. You have Rose Ekong, Akudo Bona, Esther Adesoji, and Kesiana Ojiovi. That's from Nasarawa Amazons, Motoke Ogufunwa, Vera Samuel, Otubo Patience, you have Bolaji Olamide, Mary Loki, Kafayat Bashiru, and Coach White Ogbonda of Bayelsa Queens making the coach of the week, getting that award there for NWFL awards team of the week match day 4. For match day 4, games that were played across Nigeria by all the teams. And these are the 11 players that have been selected from Remo Stars Ladies, from Nasarawa Amazons, not forgetting Delta Queens, Rivers Angels, all making the cut to be among the top players that have been voted the player or the team of the week for match day 4. Well, they really deserve it, and right now, that's why they got those accolades for what they've done so far on match day 4. So match day 5 will be coming up on Wednesday, and another set of players will be ready to also scoop another set of awards. Well, this is to encourage the women and also even the men. That has to do with our leagues, NWFL, NPFL, NNL, and also NLO, for what they are doing, getting to pick the player of the week. so that others also will be able to emulate and do best to see how they can also scoop that particular award. They're still giving you update in the world of sport. We move away from women's story. Let's look at about 10 Nigerians who are actually playing abroad. Yes, you can call them Nigerians because they are eligible to play for this nation. The 10 Super Eagles eligible players to represent Nigeria. Despite that some of them were born abroad, they can still represent Nigeria. We look at 10 of them to look out for in 2025. Let's have that list quickly. The 10 Super Eagles eligible players there. Well, this actually, sorry for that particular mix-up there. Let's quickly go back. 10 Super Eagles eligible players. These are the players that have been signed. Okay, while we are waiting for that to be displayed, 10 Super Eagles eligible players, not those that actually get transferred as it's transferred. Well, we just look at the FA Cup 4th round before we come back to that particular story. Well, okay, let's have it quickly so that we look at those 10 players who actually were born abroad. Leslie Ugochukwu, defensive midfielder, plays for Chelsea. He's just 20 years old, and this particular player can actually represent Nigeria. He's really eligible to represent this nation. Kane Chukwemeka, attacking midfielder of Chelsea, 21 years old. Samuel Edozie, left winger, Anderlecht over there in Belgium, is also 21. Justin Njima, left winger, Werder Bremen, 24-year-old. Ethan Nwaneri, at least that's a more popular player among them, attacking midfielder. Arsenal, that's 17-year-old, taking the place of Saka Busayo so far in Arsenal squad. Tolu Arokodare, centre forward, that plays for Genk. He has been scoring goals so easy. He's 24 years old. Chris Santos Uche, defensive midfielder, Getafe over there in Spain. Playing for Getafe, 27-year-old. Hamzat Ojediron, central midfielder, RC Lens of France, and he's actually 21-year-old. Noel Atubulu, that's the goalkeeper who plays with Freiburg. He's 22-year-old. And you have Inamdi Collins, centre back, Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany, 21-year-old, also making the call there. At least 2 or 3 of them actually grew up here, moving to abroad to play for different clubs, but still they can still represent Eagles. Why some actually were born abroad and still they can still represent this nation because their parents are from Nigeria. Those are the eligible Super Eagles eligible players to look out for in 2025. Updating you in what is happening in the world of sport, especially we're focusing on Super Eagles eligible players right now. 10 of them we just highlighted for you there to have a look at. From there, let's look at the FA Cup 4th round where Exeter City will taking on Nottingham Forest tonight. That game will be coming up, and whoever wins that game will also be able to play in the 5th round. Looking at that story there, FA Cup 4th round, Exeter City versus Nottingham Forest. That will be coming up. And also that game will be a game that Nottingham Forest will be trying to see how they can win it. We're looking at that game. And from that game also, we look at the fact that the FA Cup fixtures 5th round has also been done. The draw, rather, have been conducted. We actually have to look at it as it is right now. For Nottingham Forest, if they are able to win this game, they will cross over. And if Exeter City did it, and they are able to win against Nottingham Forest, they will also cross over to play in the 5th round of the FA Cup there. Looking at the draw that was conducted, let's have it quickly. The draw so far, we look at Manchester City, Man United. Also, they will be playing against Plymouth for Man City. Fulham locking on against Manchester United. Wolby is there. What can they do with that team? Hopefully, we do well. Newcastle United, Brighton, Bournemouth against Wolves, Preston against Burnley, Cardiff versus Aston Villa, Millwall against Doncaster or Crystal Palace. Why the game we mentioned earlier, Nottingham Forest versus Exeter, they will be facing again, Ipswich Town if they are able to win. Either of them that wins this game face Ipswich Town in the remaining games that will be coming up in the FA Cup 5th round full draw that was conducted just a day before. From there, let's go on a short, very short break. By the time we return, we'll take you in the world of sports. you back there in the GP. At least you're back, so giving you update now. We know tonight is a big one because of the fact that UEFA Champions League knockout phase is up and teams will be fighting for honors there. 4 matches where we want to see who wins these games. We know that all of them are really about to see how they can win games tonight and then go for the second leg. Well, the fixtures for tonight are just being displayed. They are PSV and the Room from Netherlands be taking on Juventus over there in Turin. In Italy, the Brest of France versus PSG, also of France, in the battle of French Ligue 1 teams. Man City against Real Madrid, the biggest match tonight, and Sporting CP from Portugal will also be taking on Borussia Dortmund. But we'll quickly look at the head-to-head of these 4 matches. Quickly, let's start from the first one. That has to do with the head-to-head there. What is happening about all the teams participating? Well, for the season so far in the UEFA Champions League, you look at Brest of France versus PSG during the marathon of that they actually played. Well, Brest actually finished 18th there with a total point of 13, while PSG finished 15th with a total points of 13, and goals scored. 14 goals were scored by PSG, while Brest actually scored 10. So both of them were able to at least scoop their way, or squeeze their way rather, to qualify for the UEFA Champions League knockout phase. So they'll be meeting tonight, and they'll see who will actually win this game before the second leg will be coming up. For Juventus versus PSV, well, on the log table UEFA Champions League so far this season, before they qualify for the knockout, they actually Juventus standing 28th on the log with 12 points, while PSV stood 14th and actually won 14 points. Goals for 16 for PSV. Juventus, well, you know how they play games in Italian Serie A, always very defensive. They only managed to score 9 goals, and they were still able to qualify for the UEFA knockout stage, standing 28th on the table and also getting 12 points. Still looking at the head-to-head of these matches for tonight. Let's do another one that has to do Man City, Real Madrid. We looked at this earlier on today. 22nd on the league table, 11 total points for Man City, 11th for total rather on the position of Real Madrid, and they have 15 total points. Goal score for Real Madrid 20 and Man City 18. And the last one on the log of the matches for tonight has to do with Borussia Dortmund taking on Sporting CP of Portugal. On the log table is 23rd for Sporting, while Dortmund actually stands 10th with 15 on total points of points actually acquired, and also for Sporting 11. Goals scored for Sporting is 13, or rather 13, and for Borussia Dortmund they scored 22 goals before they qualify for the knockout stage. So far this is in the head-to-head that we quickly look at in the UEFA Champions League knockout phases. For the matches coming up, well, let the best team win. They'll be finding out to see how they can get at least a good point against the opponent before they will play the second leg, and then they'll be able to play in the round of 16. So far, about 8 teams have already qualified for the round of 16. So another set of 8 will be emerging from Tuesday and Wednesday games before they'll be able to get the teams that will at least get to face the first 8 that qualify automatically from the UEFA new format. Away from the UEFA head-to-head and also the games for tonight, we quickly move away from there and talk about some stories trending. Let's talk about a Nigerian who is actually doing well. Hamdi Akujobi rather makes team of the week in Netherlands. He has actually done well for himself, and if you look at what he has done so far, playing for Ampere, that's the team over there in Netherlands, he deserves all the mentions so far. So let's quickly look at the player of the week in Netherlands so far, for the fact that he was able to make that team for the week, team of the week in Netherlands. Now let's have the team of the week. We have from the goalkeeper department, Versin making the call there, Akujobi, Penetra, Al-Mayani, and you have Iatren, Okwili, Halilovic, Rots, Zawada, Wehos, remember him from Manchester United, and they have Klenovic also making the top 3 for the strikers there. These are the players that made the team of the week in the Netherlands Eredivisie for the week, and really Akujobi deserves to be mentioned for what he has done with a beautiful smile on his face. He has really done well for his team, Ampere City over there in Netherlands. Earlier today also, games were played in the NBA. Quickly, let's look at the result of those NBA games that were played earlier today over there in USA. Well, the games between Sacramento Kings and Dallas Mavericks are to get overtime, and just a mark of one or a point of one. Sacramento Kings won 129 to 128 to defeat Dallas Mavericks of Dallas there. San Antonio Spurs won 131 against Washington Wizards, who managed to get 121, although 10 points behind, but they fought hard, but they could not win that game at home. Orlando Magic 106 against Atlanta Hawks, who scored 112. Minnesota Timberwolves 107. They lost in an away game to Cleveland Cavaliers, who are doing so well, really doing so well over there in Ohio, topping. You look at the Western Conference, they just have to show their class there. Well, for Boston Celtics, you have 103 against Miami Heat, who actually scored 85. Brooklyn Nets 97. Charlotte Hornets, they scored 89 in that game, while New Orleans Pelicans got 101 behind Oklahoma City Thunder, who are right now doing so well, blowing away almost all the teams. And you look at those two teams, Cleveland Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder, topping both Western and Eastern conferences. That's a big, huge mark for them, for the fact that Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder are doing so well. Golden State Warriors, they defeated Milwaukee Bucks 125 to 111 in their own encounter, as Dallas Mavericks and Sacramento Kings had to settle for overtime, where 1 point had driven two. For Denver Nuggets of Colorado, 146 to defeat Portland Trail Blazers, who scored 117 in their own game, as Utah Jazz also fought hard. Utah Jazz did well, but it wasn't enough, as Los Angeles Lakers blew them away with 132 points to defeat Utah Jazz, who managed to score 113 in the encounter earlier today in the NBA, well, over there in America. Well, from the NBA resort, we move over and at least talk about some set of Nigerians who have actually moved from one club to the other. We have a lot of them, but at least we selected some Nigerian footballers who actually moved. Kelechi Iheanacho from Middlesbrough, or rather from Sevilla to Middlesbrough. Super Eagles striker still returned to English football, signed up with Championship club Middlesbrough on loan from Sevilla. Christian Nwachukwu actually joined Sheffield United, penned a long-term deal with Sheffield United from Bulgarian club Boteploi Div. Emmanuel Dennis, remember him? Well, former Super Eagles player, now with Blackburn Rovers, return to the Championship, ink a deal with them till the end of the season. Udo Victor, Southampton of England, he joined them from Belgian side Royal Antwerp. Mohamed Jamil, FC Celia, and Beliot Vlasim of Czech Republic. Mohamed Jamil actually tried his best to see how he can actually do well now. Well, he joined them from loan from Banik Ostrava, while Meliga Promise moved to join Valerenga Football of Norway. At least he did well, joining them from Beyond Limits Academy. That's for Meliga Promise. Jerry Ogboli now joined Moss FC of Norway, from Nigerian club Sporting Supreme of Abuja to join this Norwegian club, while Kelechi Isife now moved to join Celia and Bellot also from Nigerian club 36 Lions. Isife Kelechi Emmanuel with a 2-year deal there, while Christian Egbutudike actually joined Football Club Kuyesi of Albania from Venezuela club called Caracas Football Club on a 3+ year contract deal to move to Albania in those transfer deals. We just have to at least unveil all of them for what they've done, while Indifreke Effiong also joining an Iraqi team. Neuros team, Effiong joined from Al Naft. Al Naft, that's the club he joined from to go to Iraqi team, Neuros there. Those are the players that I've just selected, at least some Nigerians making a move from different clubs, another one to sign as a loanee or outright deal for them to at least enjoy another set of deals there. Well, away from all those Nigerians that actually move, let's also talk about some that are renewing their deals, the likes of Ashley Plumter. Ashley Plumter extend contract with Al Ittihad Ladies. Well, that's a good one for her because that contract will extend to 2027. That Ashley Plumter, defender with Super Falcons, will be with this team, Al Ittihad Ladies, till 2027. Kudos to her for being able to get this deal done. And another set of transfer gossip, Manchester United to submit bid of £33.3 million for Barcelona left-back Alejandro Balde. Balde has been a player of Barcelona, but Manchester United wants to go for Balde, and now they're trying to see how they can sign Alejandro for £33.3 million. That could be up to £14 million in euros. And if everything goes well in the summer, you could see Balde joining Manchester United. Still talking about this, Newcastle planning £33.3 million bid for PSV and the Wolves forward Johan Bakayoko. Bakayoko has been a player that they want to move for, and now they are really ready to see how they can get this player for this amount of money, and also to join them over there at the St. James Park to at least help them to get a better side of all other teams that they will be facing when it comes to football business there. And another one says Chelsea, Manchester United are keen on Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap. Delap has been a player that these two clubs are already eyeing. They want to see how they can join them to be one of their top strikers. And as it is, Ipswich striker Liam Delap could be moving to either Chelsea or Manchester United at the end of this season. Well, as it is, he's still a player of Ipswich Town, and the striker Liam Delap is doing so well with that particular club. Arsenal to move for Espanyol's goalkeeper Juan Garcia in the summer. Arsenal are trying to see how they can at least keep up their goalkeeping department, and that's why they want to move for goalkeeper Juan Garcia to see how he can join them, at least help them to do well in the Premier League, Champions League, and any other competition that they made themselves so far. Talking about Arsenal trying to move for Espanyol goalkeeper. Earlier on, we're taking you through all the story we have for you. Cote d'Ivoire 2025, where Nigeria under 20 team Flying Eagles will be playing against Egypt. Two friendlies over there in Egypt, and we look at the list of players invited. Also, we look at 10 eligible players that could actually play for Super Eagles of Nigeria. After that, we also look at Nigeria that have moved from one club to the other. We also talked about the NBA result, where Sacramento Kings were able to win their game against Dallas Mavericks in those results that were actually showcased earlier on. Giving you an update in the world of sport on the show Sports Update alongside the entire crew. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.